Hello and welcome back to Crypto Saving Expert, where we discuss the latest cryptocurrency news and take a look at the overall market so that you stay informed in the world of Web3. My name is Web3 Spud, and today we are joined with the one and only Crypto Slice, CEO of Fomo magazine. Guys, show him some love in the comments, and Slice, please say hello to our audience.
Hello, hello. Yes, very happy to be here. It's Friday. I've met Spud at many events. He's a top man, and I'm a big fan of Crypto Saving Expert. So looking forward to getting into this.
Woo. FOMO Friday, guys. So today, to drop you guys all in, we're going to go through some news. We're then also going to go through the markets, but most importantly, we're going to go through some NFTs as well. George is going to give some super good insight into a few projects that he's looking at, and just give some overall, an overall update of what's happening in the Solana world. Also, guys, make sure to go follow Fomo magazine, mag_FOMO. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. We'll go through the first news story of today. Make sure, guys, if you want to ask any questions, want to ask George any questions, drop it in the comments, and we'll come around to them. But yeah, that would be amazing. Let's start off today on our first news story of the day, which is VanEck's cryptocurrency predictions for 2024. So the firm has released 15 predictions for next year with several bold claims. On Thursday, VanEck released a detailed prediction report outlining 15 events that may occur in 2024. The US recession and spot Bitcoin ETF. So VanEck's first prediction was for next year to see a recession land in the US and spot Bitcoin ETFs to hit the stock market. The firm predicts that a recession will hit the US in the first half of the year, stating several reasons for the claim, such as economic slowdown. So here we see, guys, VanEck also sees over 2.4 billion flowing into spot Bitcoin ETFs in Q1. Super bullish for Bitcoin, it seems. Halving non-event in Q4 2024 all-time high. The predictions here are 2 and 3 were also Bitcoin related, with VanEck predicting the halving event to be uneventful and the price to make a new all-time high in Q4 next year. George, what do you think of, what's your predictions for 2024? We'll start off, where do you see Bitcoin? Do you see a lot of volatility coming around the halving, Bitcoin ETF as well? What's your prediction? Do you see the Bitcoin ETF going through? Do you see FUD there? And then go on, give us your price prediction also for 2024.
Yeah, it's interesting they've said that, because I've been getting kind of a similar feeling recently with how the market's reacted. Normally, it would be around the Bitcoin halving that you'd see the bull market come back, but we're definitely in some sort of bull market right now. And my kind of comment would be like, if everyone knows it's going to come in the halving and it's happened a few years running now, then why wouldn't people try and front run it?
Great point. Yeah. Also, my thinking to it as well. Are we slightly priced in right now? Everyone's super bullish. We're talking about the impending bull run, the upcoming bull run. But if we look where we were this time last year, we're already over double. So perhaps we are in the bull run. I think a lot of people forget that as well. I'll just finish off this article down here. So VanEck also believe that GameFi will take center stage. George, have you got any GameFi projects you're looking at? Are you into gaming in general?
I'm into gaming in general. I have been in the past, and then recently, in terms of games that I've played, I never played Play the Heist that much on Solana, but I know there's been a new one released called Kingdom of Ants, which nice. I'm looking forward to starting to play that. And then also Photo Finish is very good, like the horse racing game. That's meant to be very realistic. And, awesome. You can make some good money there as well. So
is that on the Solana network as well?
Yeah, they're both on Solana, so obviously a bit biased there, but that's where I look for games. So yeah.
Oh, awesome. Brilliant. We just have some more predictions here as well. So let's have a read through a few of them. NFT activity peaks to new heights. I think last bull run we saw NFTs kind of come into stage a little bit later. So this is predicting that the NFT activity peaks will be in tandem with the rest of the market, with cryptocurrency. I'm going to pick your brains on this one as well, George. Do you feel that the NFT activity will front run, or will we see a similar trend to the 2021 bull run, where NFTs kind of got more notoriety as the rest of the market was coming down a little bit, and I guess people were looking where else they could invest their profits. Where do you see the activity for NFTs coming in this next bull run?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a combination of both this time. Like you've got a lot of NFT holders and communities that have been through that cycle and come back down. So I feel as though there will be a lot of blue chips that will go up with the pump and hopefully keep going. And like NFTs now give a lot more value than what they used to. So like they can give you an access to an exchange, they can give you airdrops, they can, so and then the same to your point, I feel as though some people will just play altcoins, and then when they start to run out and we do start to come back down, then there probably will be a bit more of an influx into NFTs again. So it's going to be a bit of both, I feel as though.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, because a lot of people, during a bull run, everything's in a bit of a flurry. There's always this new altcoin there. People are investing a lot, and perhaps when it starts to tail off a little bit, people will be looking more for that community value, which obviously NFTs bring as well. It's not as NFTs, unless you are flipping, it's not quite as fast paced. It's more about the community. It's more about those parts. So perhaps perhaps for me, this prediction's a little bit off. I think we'll see good NFT activity, like you say, from the blue chips throughout. But I feel, when the rest of the market starts to cool off, I think obviously we'll have some volatility with NFTs, but perhaps they may have a slightly longer stint than altcoins, for example. But let's head over to the next article of the day, which is surrounding Fidelity's spot Bitcoin ETF. So obviously we were just mentioning this briefly just now, but Fidelity's application has become the second listed on the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation. So Fidelity's spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund has been listed on the DTC website under the ticker symbol FBTC. Super bullish again. I think, like we were saying, is all this ETF talk, we keep hearing it day in, day out. Is it already priced in right now? I'm getting a little bit sick of ETF news. It feels like it's been going on for absolute ever.
I was just gonna say, like, I've lost. I don't follow the ETF news that much anymore. Like, there was a point where it would change the market so much, but now I don't think the market's that bothered about it at the moment. No. I don't know what your view is on that.
But, exactly that, Georgia. I do these live streams daily, and each day there's another ETF story. I'm kind of getting, wake me up when it's been approved. Let me know when we're going to get those massive green candles. I still keep an eye on it. Of course, you have to. But right now, I feel like the general consensus is it's happening. Especially with Bitcoin ETF, with Ethereum ETF, slightly different story. I've seen people in the community wanting a chain link, a link ETF as well. I'm not sure if we get that from other altcoins, especially. That's later down the line, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's head over into the next story of the day as well. So this is regarding, can ETH to outperform Bitcoin by 28% in the next 6 months, coming from an analyst. So historically, Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin in the first half of the year. If this pattern is maintained, ETH's performance could triumph over Bitcoin by 28% in the next 6 months. George, do you hold much ETH?
Yeah, I do, in the form of NFTs, and then also like a little bit of liquid ETH as well. Not as much as obviously Solana, but in answer to that question, I think it will outperform like it normally does. That will happen because it's just been suppressed at the moment. Like, we haven't seen much movement. But then, my only argument to that would be that, there's some strong altcoins coming through now, and maybe they'll start to take a little bit of that share. But I do think Ethereum is going to outperform.
I think we've seen a lot of Bitcoin dominance this last few months. Ethereum's kind of really been struggling to break away from that. For me, like you say, I think Ethereum's going to have an amazing start to the year, start to the bull run as well. But like you say, we could talk for hours about the Ethereum killers, the other layer ones coming up. Will it happen this bull run? I'm not so sure. I think perhaps we're looking at a slightly longer scale for Ethereum to lose its dominance on the other layer ones. But there was an article, I think I might have even gone through the article with Jay last week, about Ethereum gas fees absolutely soaring, and this was supposed to be all sorted with Ethereum 2.0, but we're still super high gas fees, and a lot of people like myself, like you, George, are looking for alternative layer ones, and I think we found that one, but we'll discuss that slightly later. So what are we popping up there?
Yeah.
It's just so yeah, if we can look down at the chart here, we've got some good technical analysis here, guys. Obviously, we want to be hitting 2,500 with Ethereum, then hopefully that leads us up to 2,700 and beyond. Let's head over into the next story of the day, which is surrounding Do Kwon. So Do Kwon is to be extradited to the US. So the founder is reportedly being lined up for a flight to the US. According to a report published on Thursday by the Wall Street Journal, Montenegro's justice minister is favoring granting Kwon's extradition to the US. So I believe Do Kwon got arrested back in the summertime, so it's been a long time he's been in prison over in Montenegro. I imagine Montenegro prison's not quite as bad as the prisons over in the States. So maybe trying to delay his time, seeing if he can sort some kind of deal with them. Montenegro government, don't come after me. I'm not suggesting anything. But it's definitely time. A lot of people have still been waiting, even though we've seen UST go on a bit of an incline recently.Maybe that's something to do with the news here. Were you exposed to Luna or Terra at all yourself, George?
Yeah, I was actually. So during that 2021, 22, like bull run, I was trading a lot of altcoins before I came into like what I do now, and it came to the point where, like you said earlier, we were tailing off, and I moved into NFTs. But then there was always one altcoin that was outperforming the whole market, and it was Luna. And I had a little bit of a bag. It was doing well, and then it just got to the point where I'd seen the whole, the rest of the market crash, and I actually sold at a good time, probably like 3 weeks before it, all went heads up basically. So I did a really good play there. But I do know a lot of friends, sadly, that didn't do that, and then obviously got burnt. But it was a very strange time to go through, and the reactions to it. And I remember friends buying once it had dropped 99.9%. They're like, it's going to come back, and there were people buying right at the bottom, and then it just dropped even further, and they just lost the. It was a crazy time.
When it first depegged by a few percent, people are already buying it back then, and then it went further. People going, oh, it's got to repeg.
I shouldn't laugh, but it was.
No, we shouldn't laugh, but that is the nature of crypto, isn't it? Unfortunately, friends and family around me were also affected. It'll be interesting to see, what kind of charges are brought upon him. For me, someone like Do Kwon, he did have good intent. He started off with good intentions, creating something which replaces using fiat currency as a stable coin. In my books, is super needed. Luckily, we now have ISK. You guys would have met on the live stream yesterday as well. But Do Kwon did start off in a he had good intentions to begin with. People could say perhaps SBF had good intentions. I'm not so sure. Me personally, I won't want to, I don't want to see Do Kwon punished perhaps as hard as SBF. I still feel like a life sentence perhaps is a little bit strict.
A bit extreme.
Bit extreme perhaps, but we'll see how it goes. We'll make sure to cover this story as it goes along on Crypto Saving Expert, guys. Also, make sure to sign up to our newsletter, which goes out every week, Tuesday, 11 a.m. Some great free alpha there for you guys. But let's head over to the markets. Let's see how we're getting on. Let me just reload this in case Bitcoin has gone through the moon. Oh, slightly. We're a little bit up. So let's over to Bitcoin. Yesterday on the live, we We were discussing, will it go down to 42K? Will it break through 43? We're back up past 43. We're going to be testing 44. Once again, my levels haven't changed, George. I'm still looking at 44K. Once we're past that, moon bound. If we drop below 42, we're likely going to close the CME gap in my mind as well. So we can see we've got some support here at 42, but we've also got the resistance up at 44 here as well. Guys, if you want more trading advice, more trading tips, we've got some amazing traders in the CSE Plus Discord. People are posting their trades, posting exactly their take profit, their strategy. So come join us if you want some further analysis in the markets. That's the place to be, guys. But let's have a quick look at Ethereum as well. Ethereum's up super nice today, for almost 5%. Let's have a look at the hour chart as well. So perhaps everyone's listening to Vanek's predictions here that ETH is going to take away is going to go on a moonbound mission in the first half of 2024. So yeah, look, we've broken through 2,300. That was the perfect wick that we're wanting to see. We may come down again to test 2,300, but we'll play it by ear. If we break below 2,300, I will be looking at these levels, 2,200 to perhaps go long again. But guys, I'm being super vague right now. Once again, if you want more trading advice, come join CSE Plus. Send me a DM if you're unsure about joining as well. We do have a 14-day trial period, so let us know. But George, I think you're a man about Solana. Let's take a look at Solana right now. If you could, yeah, woo, 73 to 1,000. But if you could also, let the community and let the audience here know where you're at right now and what you're doing with Solana. So, yeah, please.
Where
please
I'm at, as in, yeah,
where you're at right now.
Okay. Oh, where I'm at right now, yeah. Right now, I'm at a Super Team UK meet. So Super Team are like an arm of Solana Foundation, and they just encourage in real life meets around the country, or around the world. And for Super Team UK, this is one that's happening in Glasgow. And basically, there's like some workshops going on, like some presentations, like how to be a CEO, how to do presentations, how to start developing on Solana, how to get grants, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm here today just to support the guys and show what I'm working on. And what I do is basically I'm one of the co-founders and CEO at Fomo magazine, now just shortened to Fomo because we do a few more bits. And basically we launched a magazine in February, solely based on Solana and kind of NFTs and the ecosystem, and it did really well. We had loads of people interested. So we decided to take it further, keep doing it each month. We've grown, we've got sponsors, we go to all the meets around the world, we sell the magazine, we do Twitter spaces, we do videos, and now we're just kind of forming into kind of like a media kind of like powerhouse on our Solana, because that's where a lot of our co-founders have worked on and have like huge experience. So it makes so much sense for us to share that with everyone else and like kind of be like an education platform going forward.
Amazing, man. And where did your story start with Solana? How did you come into the network? And then also, how did you find the Super Teams family that you're a big participant in now?
Good question. So originally I used to be in the military, and I remember someone just came into the office in 2018, like buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin on Coinbase at the time. I think that was the only ones like available. I did that, and I bought probably like right near the top, obviously on the hype. Then it just crashed back down, and then I just held it all the way until 2021 when we came back into the bull run again. And then that's when I started to really experiment. It was like during COVID as well. And I started to like trade altcoins, look at NFTs. I was watching YouTube videos like every day, and it just became like a new hobby of mine. And then I moved on to Ethereum from like Bitcoin and a few other ones. Tried NFTs there, didn't really have some good luck. And then I just heard about Solana. Like, it's got a good community. It's cheaper. It's faster. Maybe if you're not enjoying Ethereum, maybe you should come over and try that. And then ever since I did that, I just haven't really left. And I've had like community manager roles, like, you know, within Discord for like projects. I've worked for like a payments company called Helio, and I just quit my normal 9 to 5 job and just went full-time Web3. Started Fomo, and then more recently, because Fomo did quite well a few months in, Super Team reached out to me whilst I was traveling in Asia and said they wanted me to come back to the UK to help the launch tour. So I met Cap and the other guys here, and they've really helped push the magazine. And I've, you know, been sharing my knowledge and like just collabing with them and helping onboard new users in the UK to Solana.
Amazing story, George, man, and it's awesome to see. You know, like you say, you were really, you know, when you came into crypto, you were super hustling, helping out, community manager, just getting as stuck in as you could, and you know that has really built your network. And I think, you know, something that I admire truly from you, George, is you go to a lot of these events. You know, you're super, you're always in attendance at most of the main events. And that's a core strength, and it's something that I've replicated from, you know, watching yourself, George, go to these events. I think putting yourself, you know, at the forefront of these events, meeting all these people, give you a super strong chance to grow, basically. And I'd say to our community, if you get the chance to go to in real life events, make sure you go. No matter, you know, whatever country you're in, there's ways to find, you know, your communities, events, etc. George, what would be your advice for people looking to get more involved with in real life events?
I would say make use of like the friends you've already got online. So if you've got a bit of a Twitter presence or a Discord presence, like how I first met Jay and all those kind of guys was through being online and like a DGods group, which is like an NFT community. And then I had someone to go over and at least say hello to at like one of these in real life events, or someone I could relate with. And then I started chatting to them. He introduced me to like a few more people, and it just went from there. So or you don't even need to do that. If you don't already have that presence online, just turn up. Like, everyone's friendly, but just try and make the most of the connections and what you've done in Web3 so far. So if you've done some community work, you've been a mod, or like, just take that and take it to the next level and think, how can I explore that option more? And then I've got all of my opportunities, like you said earlier, all my jobs, my business is through attending these events. So that's why I keep coming to them.
Amazing. Let's touch on, you know, Fomo is powered by Bonk. You guys have been raving and ranting and bringing Bonk to the people for the last few months. And, you know, I was exposed, but not as much as I wish I had, man. So I really, you know, guys, Crypto Slice and Jay have been shouting about Bonk for absolutely months now. Some serious alpha from these guys. If I, you know, really listened to them, I could be a multi millionaire with Bonk now. But, you know, we're big fans of Bonk over at CSE. I've mentioned them on stream before, you know, the team, Nom, Max, some great people. But yeah, I'd like you to just, you know, talk about Bonk and what's really happened here, because it's been absolutely crazy. You know, I believe we flipped Pepe or something along those lines. Absolutely.
I think we have number third in terms of meme coins now. So we flipped Floki as well. So it's just Shiba and Dodge that are ahead of Bonk now. But yeah, what do you want me to go into the history and like what's
you've got some great history to share, and obviously I think Bonk, we're only going to see more of it now, and I know Fomo probably have quite a lot of Bonk in the treasury, so you guys are going to be super on the up as well.
I've got a smile on my face today seeing that candle. So so basically, Bonk first came around last year, exactly like this time last year in December, because after FTX, obviously Solana crashed, everyone was struggling, not the greatest vibe. So this coin was released as like a community. Everyone says it's a meme coin, but it's not. It's more of a community coin. So it was kind of released, airdrop to everyone that were like, if you're an NFT minter, if you'd submitted art on exchange art, if you're a developer, like any interaction you'd had with Solana, or if you held a certain NFT, you got this airdrop, and it was worth like, you know, a couple £100, whatever, etc. And then from there it went on this big run, like December and January, and it did really, really well. And a lot of people made, you know, good money from it. And then everyone kind of just thought after that would be it. Like that would be Bonk closing down. You wouldn't see it again. But, you know, you said earlier, Mac, Nom, the guys in the team, they've just been relentlessly working their way through the Solana ecosystem, like burning the token, sponsoring, you know, like us, other gaming projects, other, you know, encouraging developers, turning up at events and just slowly grinding. And yeah, the price didn't really move that much. And then as you know, as Solana's got its attention again, and as people have started to realize what Bonk does in the community, it's just started to go on a run. And they nail their marketing. They give out grants, etc., like they've said, and it's just kind of become the coin on Solana to invest in if you're not, you know, the SPL to invest in. And now they've got exchange listings on KuCoin, hopefully rumors maybe of Coinbase coming soon, etc. And I think that is why we've seen it just absolutely explode. And I can see it going much higher from here.
You know, you hit the nail on the head there with, you know, it's not a meme coin, it's about the community. I've never, you know, I've never laughed so hard at some, you know, or also joyous at the Bonk boxing. And I feel like you may have accidentally heard me, but guys, I'm going to share my tab with you here. So back at Solana Breakpoint, you know, Jay, who you met last FOMO Friday, and Crypto Slice got in the ring and they had to fight for some Bonk. I think we'll, you know, I'll let you find out who the winner was from this clip, but we may have, you know, may have some fighting words from Slice.
Here we go.
There's George on the left, and
me in the red gloves.
Oh, what there?
Go on. I still think I got rugged today, honestly.
Yeah, I've got to admit, you know, it was a very fair fight. Hopefully Jay's not watching this, but it could have gone either way. It could have gone either way. And what was the prize for that boxing fight?
Yeah, so originally at the time when you signed up, it would be $1 million for the loser and 1 billion for the winner. And I think at the time that was like 10 or 15 quid in terms of like the million, and then $1 billion was like 100 to 200 quid.
Yeah.
But then by the time the match actually went live, Jay, who then won, he got close to 1K, and then I got, you know, close to like 100 or so quid. And then obviously since then, if you'd held, that 1 billion would now be worth around 10K.
Crazy, guys. So what other project is giving, you know, pretty much $10,000 to people to get in a ring with their friends to have a fight? And let alone, you know, we were all betting on the fights as well. We were all putting our bonk down, putting our soul down, betting on the thing. So I'm super excited to see, you know, where bonk will go, man. And I know FOMO magazine, you know, powered by Bonk as well. So you guys are, you know, going moonbound together, guys. I just want to mention quickly to go follow FOMO on Twitter. So it's @magfomo. So go give them a follow there for sure. But yeah, sorry, George, I cut you up there.
No, I was just gonna say I didn't touch on it before, but yeah, I met Nom and Mac at one of the hacker houses. Actually, I think you were there at that one. It was
Taiwan. Yep, that was the one.
Yeah, Taiwan,
Okay.
Taipei. And yeah, they basically said, you know, I told them the idea of the magazine, the fact that we were going to be at a lot more hacker houses, and I put the deal across the line to be sponsored in Bonk. And at the time, what we received, if I held it till now, like, oh my God. But
oh, man. Always the way, isn't it?
No, but like we still done really well with it. Like we slowly sold it, and you know, I didn't floor it. I thought I'm going to keep this. Like I like what they're doing, and I see the potential, and it's a big part of our treasury right now. So we've done well from that. And yeah, the alpha all along was in every month of FOMO magazine, like we were saying to buy Bonk. So
yeah.
There you go, guys.
Been there from the start, guys. Don't fade FOMO. Don't fade Bonk. Otherwise, you will have FOMO. You know, while we're talking about FOMO, do you have any magazines to hand, George, that you can show on camera?
I do. I'm glad you've asked that. So I can show you one of the old ones here. This is the Super Team UK edition.
Ooh, That has a crypto saving expert ad in, I believe, on
Oh,
page
it does actually.
20, 19, something like that. Let's show the audience.
That's got to be done. If it's, I'm sure you're right.
I'm pretty sure it
does. Oh, yeah, of course it does.
Here we go, guys.
He knows his stuff.
Crypto saving expert in Fomo magazine. Woo!
There we go. Big stuff.
Awesome.
And yeah, and then I've also got like the recent one here from Breakpoint. If you guys know about Solana, like Monkey DAO is a big project there. And then you can see like our sponsors along the bottom, and obviously Bonk is there.
So you guys are, they're sponsored by ISK. Obviously, you guys met Eno from ISK on the stream yesterday. Super intelligent guy, super bullish on ISK as well. We have a question from Crypto Bro. Hi George, what are your top picks for the new narrative to watch out for this year?
Top picks. I think we touched on it earlier. I think it's gonna be like a game. I think we're gonna see like an Axie Infinity come through at some point. I'm still trying to figure out what that may be on Solana. It could be Kingdom Advance. It could be something like that. So that's going to be one of my top picks, like a big gaming, like a blue chip that comes up. I would just stick with that and like hold with it. I would also say like DeFi Summer is coming in Solana.
Yeah.
We've got the Jupiter airdrop coming soon. We've also had like, Gito and some other ones. So I'd say, testing out lending Solana, trading it, etc. Using the DeFi is like huge alpha right now. There's loads of money flying into it. And then, yeah, I'm going to say Bonk again, like the meme coin. That's I think it's going to continue to do well. So,
thank you. I think what we'll do now, I'll stop sharing my screen, and perhaps we could, take a look at some NFTs that you're interested in as well, George, man. So if we could pull up your screen, that would be amazing, and then we'll discuss some NFTs. Pick your brains on why you think they're a good project. And what the guys should be looking out for.
Sure. So
GM from City, big up Brandy.
All right.
I think if we do
share my screen, let me know if it's working.
I just need to add to stage. There we go. Awesome.
So you can see the Tensor marketplace, right?
Perfect.
Yeah. So Magic Eden used to be like the top marketplace, but Tensor's come along recently. It's like the Blur equivalent. They're getting most of the market share. And yeah, in terms of NFTs, obviously at the moment now you've got Tensoranians at the top. So basically, the reason why they're doing so well is because if you stake them, I imagine you get your discount from using the marketplace, and there's probably going to be an airdrop that's coming. And the artwork is quite cool as well. It's like your usual like kind of pixelated artwork. It normally does quite well. I don't know if it's going to load. My laptop might be a little bit slow here.
No worries. Yeah,
but while it's doing that, there's obviously you've got Mad Lads.
Yeah, you told me about Mad Lads back in. You told me about Mad Lads back in May time, I believe, and unfortunately, I did fade it. And they've absolutely gone through the roof as well. Yeah,
so I can talk a little bit about Mad Lads. The reason they've done so well is obviously the biggest collection on Solana before that was DGods, and they moved to Ethereum, and then the artwork on Mad Lads is so good, and like the wallet they've released called Backpack is probably going to be like the top wallet on Solana. And then also,
I didn't know, so Mad Lads and Backpack are the same entity.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
so
amazing.
That's why Mad Lads was kind of launched to kind of get liquidity to help them build, continue building Backpack, which was their wallet. And then you can access and do loads of different things inside the wallet rather than like connecting two different sites in the Solana ecosystem. You just go into Backpack and then all the apps would be available inside that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then now essentially they've obviously launched their exchange. So that was something they were keeping quiet. So like Mad Lads are going to be the way to like get benefits by using their exchange. Like you'll get airdrops or you'll get like certain tokens, which they've already done like a Hive airdrop to some of the holders. I imagine Wormhole might be another one they're doing soon. So this is why like it's absolutely exploded and gone from like they're probably worth about 2 or 3K like a few weeks ago, and now they're worth about 12K. They've just
Wow, yeah, we can
exploded.
see the floor there is 237 SOL. Absolutely crazy. I know, George, you have one, perhaps even two.
I do, yeah. I did have one back in the day from when we did the cover with Mad Lads, like you said. I just bought one. And then recently I sold a DGOD about a week or two ago because I just didn't see them moving and I wanted to move some more of my portfolio back to Solana. And I bought another one, and already I think I bought it 158.
Wow.
And within the space of a week or so, we've gone to 237. So I'm laughing now.
Great move. There's not many people better or more in tune with the NFT market than the FOMO guys. So make sure to follow them if you're interested in NFTs, for sure. Mad Lads.
Yeah, maybe one more or
yeah, go through another. I know we've got Claynos there. Claynosaurs are super big. But yeah, go on.
I was just going to say. Yeah, like for the guys that may be listening more Ethereum, like Clayno is like just the pudgy penguins equivalent on Solana. Mm-hmm. They've obviously got great IP. They've released their little like plushie toys, which are available, and I imagine they're going to start doing like little cartoons. Like their Instagram reels, if you follow them on Instagram, are amazing. They're hilarious, and their animation is just like next level. So I think that's one for the future. Like we've seen Mad Lads and Tensorians explode, and I think Claynosaurs are undervalued at the moment. So if I did have some SOL, I would be picking up a couple of those, some spare SOL. And then lastly, I'll just mention OK Bears. They obviously had a big clothing partnership with Zara, which was really unexpected. So like,
was that recently?
That was I think last week.
Wow.
So essentially they've selected, or I think Zara selected 2 NFTs that they liked from OK Bears, and then those holders are going to get 50% of all revenue created from these t-shirts and hoodies that are sold across the world and in like 1,000 different stores. So 2 holders as being benefits.
That's absolutely crazy, and this comes down to IP rights. Is IP rights we spoke about this with Jay last week. Is IP rights something that you look for in NFTs? Is it a red flag if there's no IP rights, or are you still interested?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily a red flag, but I do think it's starting to become more of like the blue chip kind of play. Now you don't just look at the NFT like, will that pump for a couple of weeks, or is that funny, or is that a meme? You've got to see more of like the in real life kind of aspect. Like, will it look good at events? Like, will the branding look good? Will it look good on t-shirts? Will other people outside Web2 the ecosystem be interested in buying it? So yeah, I do think it's starting to take more and more of a share that IP is now a big play in this space.
Amazing.
Yeah,
no, I'm super bullish on how where we see NFTs. It's awesome to hear the utility that Mad Lads had. I wasn't aware of that, so great to hear from you, George, regarding Mad Lads. I think you've given everyone a nice summary of Solana NFTs. But it'd be awesome to have you on again soon and touch upon some more NFTs. But yeah, I'd like to say thanks, George, for coming today. I know you're super busy up in Super Teams event up in Glasgow. Really appreciate the FOMO guys always coming on. Guys, make sure to go follow FOMO magazine on Twitter. Let me just post up here again as well, so you can see. So it's at FOMO. Go show some love. Also, make sure that you subscribe to their real magazine, which gets shipped to your door. Is it every month, George?
It's every month, yeah. So at the moment, I would just subscribe for free to get the digital copy, and then we're launching our new website hopefully next week, a new subscription model. So if you just follow us, you'll see that get posted, and you can sign up to the new magazine, which will be awesome.
Awesome. Right, guys, have a lovely rest of your Friday. Go show George, go show FOMO some love, and let's have a good weekend and make some good gains. Have a good one, guys. Bye.